Hi friends, it's Maggie. So these are all my active journals, meaning that I actually spend some time to at least do 1 or 2 pages on them. And it was a good thing to do because there were a couple of those journals I have kind of shy away from them because I just was discouraged with the page and how I love the watercolor. I love adding color to my page, and some of the pages based on the media that I was using was not really going well with the page. But this time around, because I've got new media, mixed media, or new inks and stuff like that, was able to kind of get the right page with the right inks, let's say. So I'm going to go ahead and start going through them so you guys can get to see that. And then the very last one is the one that I videotape. Okay, so this was my last one, and this is the one that I videotape so you guys can see me completing a page in this journal. This journal is primarily for inks, or you can use mixed media, but it's just a page that's designed very well to pick up inks. So I use ink sometimes. I do mixed media. In this case, I did a little bit of everything. Actually, I used all of my favorite art supplies to complete this page here. So that page here, and you've seen this before, this is through Dilutions. Try to remember. Yeah, Dilutions Creative Journal. That's the name of it. So the last page, which is the video, is this one here. Now this one here is a watercolor I did. The flowers on this background here that I had created when I was doing the watercolor, I just didn't like it. Didn't like how they came out. So, but I love the way the leaves were set up and the way they were set up on this the picture. I was using a picture to do the drawing and the coloring of it. So I cut out the flowers and I said, let me use it here, and then just add these little flowers. There are actually, if you can see, they're really real thin little flowers made out of some type of a cloth or something. But I love them. So I usually, you don't want to add too many bulky things to your journal because that's what happens. It starts getting really fat. But I was just dying to use these flowers in one of my pages. So I just pulled 3 of those flowers and put them here. So this is a watercolor that was cut and paste. You'll see it on the video when I'm cutting it, but it's actually watercolor. And then these are my inks in the back. Here I use the modeling paste to create that texture on the page, and a little bit of everything else. You get to see that. So this is the one page for this journal. I went back to my little one, which I have not been using this one in such a long time. And this is kind of an example of when you use watercolor. It's very light. It doesn't take well. It's not a watercolor page. That's the reason behind it. So, but with the gouache, you can basically use it on any surface and you get this, which is awesome. Now this background here, this is one of those gel prints that I created in one of my last videos. I went ahead and just kind of glued it to the page, and then on it, excuse me, so on it I actually colored her, did a quick sketch and colored her here. So this is actually the gouache on the gel print, and it actually took it very well. Then this other page here is also kind of a regular page. I used it more. The other part of I cut it out from the gel print page and added here. I added some flowers I had there with some little stickers and stuff like that. I did a little wash, and I used the gouache too as well. Then added some gold here, and this is a rub-on from Jane Davenport, and a regular stamp. So I did that page, and then on this journal you get that type of page, which also is not good for watercolor, but you can play with it. But guess what? Again, with gouache you can do miracles. This is straight into the page with gouache, and this one too. This is a washi tape and a little sticker, but this whole thing here is gouache, and this whole thing here is gouache. So that was fun, because now I know I can continue playing with my little journal and using gouache when I want to add color to my page, if I'm not doing like a mixed media page. And then this one I did a little while ago, but I don't think I did a video. I showed it in my videos. I use this is my black journal, black page journal. It is not watercolor, so it will take like metallic inks or metallic like watercolor. That will take really well, and of course gouache. So I did this page here, see, and she's all gouache. And what I love about this one is just, I guess the colors complement so well with the black, but the black background just makes her kind of pops out of the page. So anyway, so that's the page for this one. And then my favorite journal, this is the one that is Chick Sparrow journal. I have this Tomoe paper here, and I actually use the gouache here, and that's amazing. I mean, usually normally for this type of pages it's very light, but when you use the gouache you get that nice color. So I can use it also on that page. I don't think oh, and then I worked on this page here, and this was a page that I was playing with. I was trying out the page, and I had all this blue swaps on it, so I went in with the gouache and I just kind of started going with the flow and created the background. This is again another of the gel prints that I used. This is a rub-on stamp, which did not take very well, so I added the spots that didn't take well. Just an advice to you guys, if you're using acrylic, not acrylic, but if you're using the gouache as a gel print, it just doesn't go well when you try to do a rub-on on that surface. So I kind of lost a little bit here, but then I wanted to make it different, and I added some of that gold leaf and play with that. And so that was fun playing with that. And you guys seen that one. And this one is just a regular watercolor, so I didn't do anything on that one. And then this is another journal that I love. I bought this journal in Cracker Barrel, and I think it was in Tennessee, and I just love it. But oh my goodness, when I started working with this journal, the page is very discouraging when you want to apply colors. So I know that some of these journals probably should primarily be just more of a quick drawing, light drawing here and there, or ink, and then most of it writings and stuff like that. But I just love to add color to my pages. So I had done a few pages and I was really hating it, to tell you the truth. And then I decided to say, you know, gouache is working with everything else that I have. So I did this page, and I thought that was amazing how well, you guys can see that, how well this page took the gouache. So I'm like, yay! So I'm back to using this one. And then I call this one my disaster idea, because I created this to try to keep all of my watercolor pages here, and I ended up, again, I had the funny feeling that I was going to end up hating this little thing coming out, in and out. I just hate it. So at this point, I know I'm not going to fill this out. I'm just gonna move the stuff someplace else. But as I'm creating water, I did again the little kitten, using more of the that flow. So I'm learning how to do that, and that was fun. So I did that. So anytime I was doing a watercolor drawing and painting like that, I would just throw it in here. This was with the black page journal, and you've seen this one, and that's just playing around and practicing. So anyway, that is it. We're gonna go into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Bye.